What's up everybody, Bandit here, and today we actually have a new Tacoma accessory to talk about. So the way I acquired this, yes, I am still trying to sell my truck, and that is actually how all of this came about. So I was, posting my truck and everything else, and it had the soft topper on it that you're used to seeing right back here. But someone contacted me, they already had a long bed Tacoma, and they're very interested in my soft topper. So what we worked out is I actually ended up selling / trading the soft topper for some cash plus the bed cover. But this bed cover is actually pretty nice. Now it is a soft bed cover, but it does have a tri-fold frame underneath. And as you can see, it is the GATOR truck bed protection, as you can see right there. And actually, this is a fairly inexpensive brand. They're not crazy expensive. They don't bring $1,000 or anything like that. Actually, this one retails on Amazon for around $300, and I think that is very reasonable. Not everyone needs a hard tonneau cover or a lockable bed storage or anything like that. Occasionally, you just want to be able to throw something in the bed of your truck that would keep maybe your camping gear nice and dry if it would decide to rain, or golf clubs or something like that just on the way to the course. You don't always just need a super high-end lockable bed cover, and I think this could be the answer for a lot of people. So I'll show you how all of this works. It is very, very simple, and it actually connects to the bed in a pretty nice way, but overall I'm very, very pleased. Now, any of y'all who actually do have soft toppers, you may have a strip of Velcro right here along the back of your bed. And the pieces of Velcro that are actually provided by soft topper are 3M adhesive. That all came off really nice. There's absolutely no residue, and I haven't even washed the truck yet. I just wiped it down a little bit and got that residue right off, but no problem there. It did clean up really nicely. So let's go ahead and show you how this works. So we'll drop the tailgate here. You can see it has a seal in here, which is really nice. It's like a rubber right under the tailgate where it all matches up. So it actually creates a pretty good seal, but you reach under here, you grab these levers and drag them out. Same thing on this side. And then everything just flips up and out of the way. So you can see it kind of has like an aluminum type frame here, and then sort of like a plastic / vinyl over the top. It has really nice rubber seals all the way around it. And then you just simply flip these things up and out of the way, press them down, and they kind of lock into place. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing here on the other side. Just flip these right up and out of the way, and they click right down. Then we can go ahead and fold everything again. Then they have a neat little strap here that you can plug in. A little bit hard to do with one hand, but plug in here. And then just tighten everything down so it won't flap around. Now, since this is a tri-fold with it fully open, you have about 2/3 of your bed here. So in a 6-foot bed, you'd have about 4 feet open, and obviously you could still slide things underneath. But actually, this front is held on with a very similar lever to what we just opened up there on the back. Those actually twist down to clamp instead of just have a buckle style. So it does take a little bit more work there. But as you can see, it actually protects the bed quite nicely. And we've dealt a little bit with more high-end tonneau covers. Chad has a back flip on his truck, and those are really, really nice, but they do bring a pretty penny. Chad got his included on the deal of purchasing his truck, but normally those things would retail for well over $1,000, and that is a lot for something that you may not need all the time. This thing, like I said, retails on Amazon for $300, and to be honest with you, I'm fairly impressed with it. Now, I wouldn't trust super valuables back here for a really long time. If someone really wanted to break in, it wouldn't be that hard. You can lock your tailgate, but ultimately they could just take a knife to this vinyl and get right in. But again, sometimes you don't necessarily need the protection from thieves. You just need the protection from the elements. And if all you want to do is keep out a little bit of rain or snow and just keep the stuff in your bed fairly dry, I think this is a very good idea. Now, going down the road, I've never had one of these. Going down the road, I was thinking it was going to get flapping and ballooning and get all sorts of different, movement in it, like you see on some Jeep tops. As they age, they start to get loose and gross, and they just start flapping all around. This isn't like that. We'll take it for a quick spin here and show you what I'm talking about. But overall, I was very, very impressed with this topper. And like I said, for $300, I am a fan. Now, I've never really heard of these GATOR truck bed covers, but overall, the way it's designed and the way it looks, I'm pretty pleased with it. It has a really nice finish to it. It looks really nice when clean. It does kind of get a little bit wrinkly here on the corners. That's really the only downfall of the whole thing that I can see. Just a couple wrinkles on the corners, but overall, I'm very, very pleased with it. The guy I got it from said he had had it under a year, but he had been through automatic car washes with it, and he never had any problems with any water getting under it. Now, obviously, if you've had your Tacoma for any amount of time, you may be able to see, but down here, you can actually see light through these holes. The beds are not watertight from the factory. They have drain holes in them. They have cracks around the corners and everything else. They're not perfect, but this would certainly help, and it would keep the majority of your stuff dry if it would fit in your bed. All right, guys, so heading down the road here in the Tacoma with the GATOR tonneau cover. Now, as you can see, there is maybe a little bit of movement, a little bit of a vibration maybe to it, but you can't hear it at all, at least not above the noise of the engine and the tires and everything else. You can't notice it really at all out of your rearview mirror either, and really it seems pretty good. And I think a lot of this can be attributed to the fact that it does have that rubber seal that encapsulates it, and the fact that it does have that frame. I think those two kind of work together and ultimately come up with a product that really doesn't move around a whole lot back there. It's really not so bad. Now, again, I don't think this is the end-all solution, but I think it is definitely a more affordable solution. At $300 for a brand new one of these, I really don't think that's too bad. And I think it definitely does carry its own weight and could definitely become a useful accessory for your truck. But here we're heading down the road here about 60 miles an hour, and even once you bump that up a little bit to interstate speeds, you still don't see that whole thing vibrating a whole lot. And ultimately, I am very impressed. I never really had high hopes for inexpensive tonneau covers. I really thought, you know, they'd probably just be the roll-up kind, the kind without a frame, and ultimately would be made of cheap materials and wouldn't last very long. But overall, I'm very pleased with this one. It has been broke in. Like I said, the previous owner had it for around a year or just a little bit under. And overall, it is held up nice. It still has a really nice finish on it. And honestly, I think it looks pretty nice on the truck. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you next time.